Dress shoes are used and dirty. I learned nothing and I learned it early. You know I don't like dreaming and I can't stand sleep. Let's burn till we earn it like gasoline. You're certified C7H16. You know what I mean? We have us a good time.
The Dudes Club is a downtown organization of men helping men. It's where you can go openly and be a man in a big jungle metropolis of Vancouver. It doesn't matter if you're Aboriginal or you come from the European side of the world or the Asian side of the world. Everybody is created as one person down in the Dudes Club.
It started up in August 2010 when we had a community forum and about 70 guys came out and shared their ideas and their struggles and what they wanted to see out of a men's club. The main issue they wanted to address was loneliness and social isolation, because that was leading guys to feel disconnected, to feel less important than the average guy, and as a consequence of that, not take care of themselves and their health.
They've had very tough lives. They come from residential school, they come from battered homes. They've got a lot of healing to do, and I think it's a good place because there's nothing out there for men.
I've been doing research with Vancouver Native Health and other partners in the downtown east side for the last 16 years. This club, I have to say, has really shifted things for many, many men. It's a great model because it's all about the guys.
Everywhere we've gone, we want to be like the Dudes Club of Vancouver, because you guys seem to know what's going on with mental health, physical health, camaraderie, and how it is to be a man.
So far so good. We got here. We're all here in one piece. It's a camp retreat for our Dudes Club, something we've been dreaming of doing from year one. Get back to nature, out of the big concrete jungle, and connect with each other in a more traditional way.
As a group from Vancouver, we travel from the mouth of the river to come up here, and we are proud as three groups of one family, united as the groups called the Dudes.
The Dudes Club really separates itself from other men's groups or men's health initiatives in the fact that it is strongly connected with Indigenous roots. There's a mix, for sure, of guys from all parts of the world, but they understand that we're working to reinforce and to celebrate and respect the heritage of our first peoples in Canada.
I just want to give a little description of the Dudes logo. So we had the sun mask as Siapam, the power of the sun. So everything here means in good health.
There you go, boss.
So anyways.
We are a brotherhood of men's health. We're not political, we're not religious, we are dudes together. And in these current times, it's not easy to be a man. Throughout my life, it's been me. And I'm rejecting that it's just me when I'm the old guy. I'm speaking personally. This is what is helping me in my old age, is to have the closeness of other people.
Looking at this guy walking down the street, you might just assume there's a guy who's lived a tough life and he's kind of getting by, but he's got a very, very amazing story to tell.
It's part of the healing journey, right? There's a lot of embedded stuff, I call it stuff, of their past lives that's deep down rooted in their guts. And you know, when we get together, they feel so safe that they talk about what's happening in their lives, and it all starts coming out.
I'm at a turning point in my life where I'm beginning to see things in a different light. And thanks to this group, I'm learning to trust people.
When we talk about the main ingredients for success, it's trust and safety, respect. And once you've built that, that's the key. This is our objective, for us to become a group of men who are trusting of each other, supportive of each other, and willing to be there when you're going to share a story that's pretty heavy to hear.
Thanks for listening, guys.
Sometimes you look in one's eyes and he is lost, but another makes him come alive, and the stories go on. Each man is free to talk as we go around the room. Each one calls, I have a voice. That's all we need to hear. There is no judgment in our house. We are the dudes, a brotherhood of men.
For these guys to come here, to hang out by the lake, to smell the fresh air is a big deal. It brings them back home because they grew up in places like this. It makes them feel like they're coming full circle. I think for those of us who don't come from that history, we're learning from them about their very deep connection with nature and their strong respect for how important it is and how healing it can be.
Vancouver is known as the biggest reserve in Canada because they figure there's 35,000 status, non-status Aboriginals in Vancouver. So when they get back into their cultures in Vancouver, they're separated from each other, right? But when they get back here into the land, they can revert back to their childhood of growing up. They said, I remember this as a young boy, as a clan, hunting with my father, right? Oh, they feel happy, they said.
Ocean the sea, Aristin the Holmokchen, none would I swallow and see the sea, Stetson I stamets and see, I think swallow and see him.
I'm Henry Charles. That's my Christian name. My Indian name is Satsamkan, and I come from the Musqueam people.
I think the Dudes Club would be a fragmented coalition of men without our elders. They give us purpose, they give us direction, they give us grounding to guide the way we do things and to do what we've talked about for a long time, which is to honor the old ways. We know a lot of things are broken in society, partly because we've just walked right past the traditions that were working for thousands of years. So for our elders to be there to share that with us is a big privilege, and honestly I think a requirement for any Dudes Club that's looking to set up shop.
My name's Sandy Lambert. My people come from the Tall Cree First Nation, which is in northern Alberta, Fort Vermilion area. 3 weeks old, my mother decided to hitchhike to the downtown east side to hang out with her sister. That's where I was apprehended. And from there, between 3 weeks old to 6 years, I was in 7 different foster homes. So I understand where people are coming from.
This is to cleanse our bodies, to do healing, because we've had a lot of emotions.
As Aboriginal people, we have to start helping ourselves. That's how the healing starts. We can't depend on other people. You know, we need to start helping work with each other.
I get text messages and calls from colleagues at the clinic, nurses and doctors alike, saying, you know, Joe showed up today and asked me about his testosterone. Like, you know, this is a guy who wouldn't ask about proactive health issues for 10 years, and now he's coming in, you know, curious about his health. So those are really good signs that we're making a difference in terms of changing attitudes.
Itzap Masteyot means like everybody. It means that we're all the same people. Itzap Masteyot.
This particular meeting this weekend has really given me a lot of positive insights into what actually can take place. You know, that the dreams that I have, that the dudes have, is doable.
These guys are among the most resilient people I've ever met in my life. And that resilience is inspiring.
I think it has been a very, very big healing piece for many, many people.
It's their wellness, you know, they're well. Their body, their mind, their spirit is all well. And that just exudes from them, and it gets into the next person, and it grabs me, and it makes me feel, you know, up into my scalp, and it's just...
People have stopped drinking. People have stopped using. So it is working.
Is redefine, you know, what today's man is.
Because you can't have healthy families or healthy communities without healthy men.
We have